Bui hydroelectric project will construct and operate the second largest hydroelectric plant in the country after the Akonsobo Dam. The plant will be capable of producing 400 megawatts of power and will increase electrical generating capacity of the country by almost 20%. The Bui project will also improve the security of electricity supply to northern Ghana and has the potential to export power to Burkina Faso, Cote d'Ivoire, etc. within the West African Power Pool (WAP) agreement. The concept of the Bui hydroelectric project had been the subject of many studies, namely detailed studies by J.S. Zook Hydro Project of the USSR in 1966, a feasibility study by Snowy Mountains Engineering Corporation (SMEC) of Australia in 1976, and another feasibility study by Coin et Bellier of France in 1995. The feasibility study of 1995 was subsequently updated in October 2006. This update confirmed the feasibility and economic viability of the scheme that is currently being implemented. The development of the Bui project will, however, involve the permanent inundation at its full capacity level of about 444 square kilometers of land, including parts of the Bui National Park. The park, which covers an area of 1,821 square kilometers, was declared a national reserve in 1971 and is home to a wide range of flora and fauna, which include monkeys, squirrels, hippopotamus, and so on. One of the several measures planned to mitigate the negative impacts of the project on the Bui National Park was the animal rescue operation. About 23% of the park, which is 1,821 square kilometers in size, will be flooded. Field work commenced in August 2007 and river impoundment commenced in June 2011. During the inundation of the park, personnel of the Wildlife Division of the Forestry Commission, in accordance with the implementation plan for the project, embarked on the rescue of animals that had been trapped by the rising waters. The Bui project provided the material resources for the exercise, and in collaboration with the Wildlife Division, preparations were made for the rescue.
BPA and the project did cooperate and collaborate extensively with the Game and Wildlife Division of the Forestry Commission to ensure that we did the best possible as regards the rescue of wildlife that we anticipated could be trapped in the formation of the reservoir. We have provided a lot of the material resources required for the exercise, including the protective gear, the drugs and other aids like cages. We have provided tractors for the movement of the personnel and the wildlife, and we've been going ahead to procure a boat for the patrol of the reservoir area. So we have provided these and other resources to make it possible and safe for the game and wildlife to execute the rescue of these animals that have been trapped by the formation of the reservoir.
The rescue team was prepped for duty.
From August 2011 till now, we have rescued about 526 wild animals belonging to about 12 different species. So we have animals such as the civet cats, we have the different species of monkeys, tree pangolins, the giant tree squirrels. These animals were the most affected. As for the ungulates, they found themselves in higher ground, so they were able to escape flood waters. So we had to move in with our rescue team to physically rescue these animals. We did a lot of community sensitization around French communities, and we solicited for their support. You know, some of these locals, they really know where these wildlife are. So we had some of them joining the rescue team to actually go with us and then do the rescue operations. And we appreciate it. This is the first time we are doing something of this nature, and we think that they have done a yeoman's job. It's still ongoing, and we are hoping to do our best to rescue most of the stranded animals.
The Bui National Park manager led the execution of the rescue exercise.
we trained about 40 junior and middle level staff in how to handle animals safely, sensitize them on what to expect when an animal is in distress. We realized we will require veterinary officers, and we have veterinary officers working with us. So Bui Power Authority did make funds available to purchase some of the equipment that would enable us carry out the operation to the best of our ability.
Most of the animals rescued were monkeys and squirrels. Those that were rescued were taken to safe areas of the park and released into the wild again. Another group of animals that the rescue covered was the hippopotamus population in the park. Hippopotamus survive in shallow water, and since the water levels were rising, the fear was that they will migrate from their current locations to the shallow fringes of the reservoir.
The hippo is the flagship of Bui National Park. With the flooding, the original habitats of the hippos have all come under very deep water. Therefore, the hippos are moving to the peripheries. There are some hippos that have moved towards the southern parts of the park, and you would find them in places like Jama, in the farmlands around Jama and Mbongasi. Some hippos have moved to the western part of the park, particularly to Dokochina area close to the Ivory Coast border. This, in a way, poses a danger to them because poachers can easily hit them. And we now have a very large area to patrol so that we can protect them.
However, not all of them were able to hold on for rescuing. The BPA is exploring avenues of collaborating with the Wildlife Division to ensure that the tourism potential of both the dam and the national park are maximized.
It has been successful, and we are impressed by what our colleagues from Game and Wildlife have done in rescuing these animals. As regards tourism, that the combination of game and wildlife as well as water sports that will become possible because of the formation of the reservoir is even a more powerful attraction for tourism. We are creating fairways as part of the project so that people can move safely on the reservoir.